Hi everybody, my name's Paul Reed and I'm a professional photographer. So we've known for a little bit that the Ricoh GR Monochrome has been coming out, and now we can actually pre-order this camera. Is it worth it? Is it worth getting if, say, maybe you've got a Q2 or a Q3 or an M mount camera? And I actually think it is worth picking up, and I'll tell you why. Firstly, anybody that really loves monochrome photography, I think this is a camera that is going to appeal to a lot of people. It certainly does me. Now, I already own a Leica Q3 monochrome, and there's a reason why I'm definitely going to be ordering a Ricoh GR4 monochrome. The reason is the size difference in these cameras. You know, they are two different beasts. One, you know, looks a lot more professional on the street, so it's got that going for it, but it isn't completely pocket size. And you know, there's for and against, you know, having something pocket size. I like something hanging around my neck, just simply because I think it makes me more aware that I'm out to take photographs, whereas something like the Ricoh GR series, that's something much smaller that might have been tucked away somewhere. You might not kind of pull it out in time. Saying all of that, I have always said, why aren't Ricoh, you know, doing a monochrome version? Because it's the same audience, it's the same people that would buy something like a Q2 monochrome or a Q3 monochrome or an M11 monochrome. It's the same type of people that would want a camera this size with a monochrome sensor. And I'm so excited to get one of these, because I just think to have a little monochrome camera like, you know, this sort of size with you all the time is just going to be amazing. A Ricoh GR with great high ISO capabilities is really going to help with street photography. It's going to really help with snappy street photography, so really capturing those moments. The reason why, because a lot of times I use my Q3 monochrome and I will set the aperture to f8. I might set, say, the focus to, let's say, 2 meters, set the shutter speed to maybe something around 500th of a second, and suddenly I've got this point and shoot that's going to capture things in all weather types. So not just when it's a bright day, but whenever it's actually dull as well. And that's because this has got a monochrome sensor on it, so that ISO can go up as high as it wants to go, and I've still got great images. I've captured the moment, and the high ISO, that noise hasn't ruined the image. And that is going to be the same with the new GR4 monochrome. I can't wait to get my hands on one. Some of you, the APS-C sensor size bothers you a bit, but for me, that makes it even better for street photography, because you've got even more in focus. The zone is going to be so much bigger because it's APS-C and not full frame. So for street photography, this is going to be like a pocket rocket. On the Ricoh GR series, they've always called it snap focus rather than zone focusing, but it's the same thing, and it's much easier for a lot of people to understand. They've had that mode on there since the film GRs, and I used to use it way back then, and it's such a great easy way for people that maybe don't understand zone focusing so much to be able to get sharp photographs within a certain zone. So the GR4 monochrome, it's going to be great for street photography, it's going to be great for snaps, it's going to be a great camera for all of that. But what about portrait? Now, you know that I tend to take my portraits where the background is kind of out of focus. It's not completely blurred out, but you know, there's a lot of separation from the subject to the background. With the Ricoh GR series, It's got a 2.8 aperture. That's the most that's going to go up to, and that isn't going to give you enough separation a lot of the times. The other thing is it's APS-C, whereas the Q3 monochrome, that's full frame, so you're going to always get a lot more background separation for portraits with this than you are with this. And that kind of means for me that a Ricoh GR4 monochrome couldn't be my only camera, because I do portraits and I want that out of focus background. Now, I'm not saying that you couldn't take great portraits with a Ricoh GR4 monochrome. I'm just saying that they're not going to have that pleasing out of focus backgrounds that you're going to get from, say, a full frame camera. However, with this sort of size, it does mean that something like this could be just slipped into your pocket as a second camera. So you could be using, you know, something like this for all of the street stuff, and then, you know, something else that's a bit bigger, something that's got more of a portrait lens on it, so that you've got the best of both worlds. And that might be the way forward for a lot of people. They've got the perfect portrait camera and the perfect street camera. There are going to be people who still think the GR4 monochrome is just too expensive. I think here in the UK it's going to be about £1,600. But the nearest alternative, which is the Q3 monochrome, that's £5,800. So there's going to be some people who either just can't afford the Leica, you know, it's just impossible for them to afford a camera like that. So, you know, they may want that commitment to monochrome photography, in which case that's fantastic, because there's something out there that's more accessible for them. Do you know what? That can only be a good thing, because I know how much a monochrome only censored camera helped me with my journey. I don't think I would be the photographer that I am today if I didn't have that experience. And that means with this being more accessible, then that really does mean that there's going to be a lot of photographers that reach their potential. I'm not here today to try and sell the idea of having a monochrome only camera. I just know that it helped me with my journey. It's going to be something that you either really want to get into, or something that you don't understand at all. And I'm not even going to try to explain why or what the benefits are to having a monochrome only sensor camera. It's a niche market. It's a very niche market. A fixed lens camera that has a monochrome sensor. It's like there's not that many people that really get it. I've already pre-ordered mine. I couldn't resist it, just to have something that you could just put in your pocket and you can take out with you, and you've got that high ISO capability. I just want one. Thanks everybody for watching. Whenever I get mine, I'm going to do a full review and a comparison to the image quality compared to the Q3 monochrome. Look, they're two different cameras, and I don't think, you know, like it's a one or the other for me. I want both. But if you've not been on one of my workshops, by the way, I'm going to put a card up at the end just with all of the locations and dates, so that if you are available, then you can come on my workshops. Also, don't forget the Monochrome Madness Handbook. This is full of portraits, full of street photography, and just full of information on how I approach street photography and street portraits. It's a fantastic book. Everybody loves their copy of this. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.